effective management of emergencies, crises and disasters depends on timely available, reliable and intelligible information. To achieve this, different command and control systems and sensor systems have to cooperate, and this would only be possible through interoperability. However, unless standards and well-defined specifications are used, the interoperability of these systems might be very difficult and complex. C2-SENSE project's main objective is to develop a profile-based emergency interoperability framework by the use of existing standards and semantically enriched web services to expose the functionalities of C2 systems, sensor systems, and other emergency and crisis management systems. Funded by the European Union's 7th Framework Programme from Research, Technological Development and Demonstration, C2-SENSE is a 42-month project started in 2014. There are 8 partners involved, covering academic institutions, research organizations and industry. AIT from Austria, Safran from France, PIAP from Poland, Regione Puglia, Innova Puglia, Recola and Lutec from Italy, and SRDC from Turkey. They all work towards 8 clearly defined deliverable packages, including a survey of state-of-the-art technologies, user requirements, pilot application, IP and dissemination. The very first step of handling a flood situation is to detect the risk of a flood in advance. In Puglia, for example, this is done by the sensors installed in or near the rivers detecting the water level. When the water level exceeds a threshold value, an alert is broadcasted to corresponding emergency organizations. As soon as the organizations receive the alert, they initiate their emergency operations. Communication workflows and the organizations involved depend on a concrete crisis scenario. In some cases, alerts also need to be sent out to the public and tourists who may not understand Italian. C2-SENSE's profiling approach strives to provide an effective way of defining communication workflows and of assuring that such rules are automatically enforced in a crisis situation. This is achieved by connecting all the relevant information systems, including the legacy systems, to a common information space and defining the workflows through profiles. C2-SENSE's profile concept aims to eliminate the need for a prior bilateral agreement between any two information exchange partners by defining a standard set of messages or documents, choreographies, business rules, and constraints. The profile partners are able to exchange information and services among themselves. These profiles support flexible coordination so that emergency managers will be able to deal more easily with unexpected circumstances and prevent chaotic responses to crisis situations. C2-SENSE is composed of several modules that are working together and are completely tunable and adaptable according to the needs of the specific environment or scenario. The C2-SENSE framework includes an Enterprise Service Bus (ESB) and a set of legacy application representatives. These components allow the connection of various end-user systems and ensure that vital information is transformed as needed and delivered to different systems and organizations, as defined in a profile. Even if no other C2-SENSE elements were used, the use of ESB and LARS would certainly improve the communication between different stakeholders and organizations by making it more difficult to make mistakes. Likewise, the emergency map component goes beyond the state-of-the-art in terms of configurability and multilingual support and allows easy exchange of standardized messages in heterogeneous and multilingual teams. C2-SENSE has assessed its outcomes in a realistic pilot flood scenario in Apulia region to ensure that the developed technologies are generic and applicable in a real-life setting. A demonstration event was held in Bari, Italy on the 4th of May 2017. It was hosted and arranged by the Apulian Regional Civil Protection Department with technical support and supervision of Innova Puglia SPA. Various stakeholders representing local authorities in Apulia region, took an active part in the pilot application execution. The Prefecture of Foggia, the Province of Foggia, the Regional Fire Department and several municipalities and volunteers of Foggia Province.
Come Dipartimento dei Vigili del Fuoco abbiamo aderito in maniera entusiastica a questo progetto di sperimentazione di un nuovo sistema che potesse far colloquiare tutti gli attori che sono in campo durante la gestione degli eventi emergenziali, parlando una stessa lingua ma utilizzando ognuno i propri strumenti di comunicazione abituali che non snaturassero il modo di comunicare e di gestire al proprio interno la propria catena comando. Siamo sempre a disposizione perché stiamo investendo tantissimo sulla comunicazione in fase emergenziale perché la riteniamo fondamentale per la buona riuscita degli interventi di soccorso.
Positiva assolutamente la nostra impressione per quanto riguarda C2-SENSE. Dal nostro punto di vista di volontari c'è entusiasmo riguardo ad una iniziativa, un sistema del genere, perché pensiamo che qualcosa del genere così innovativo possa esserci utile nel nostro lavoro in futuro, possa migliorare il nostro lavoro, nel senso di ridurre i nostri tempi di intervento e di rendere maggiormente efficace e effettivo il nostro lavoro sul campo.
E questo programma che ci è stato illustrato in questa sede, secondo me, che sono operatori di polizia municipale di un piccolo comune come quello di Lesina, in provincia di Foggia, è uno strumento utilissimo che può essere utilizzato nelle emergenze. Questo perché ci consente di dialogare in maniera molto veloce e automatica, direi, con le varie autorità che sono interessate dall'emergenza.
È stato compito della Regione quello di definire gli obiettivi del progetto in termini di specifiche e di requisiti che il sistema deve garantire, oltre a quello di individuare e definire lo scenario di evento della pilot application, dell'esercitazione finale.
The goal of the pilot application is to demonstrate through some scenario representative of real crisis situation a better interoperability between several rescue organizations or entities in Reggio Emilia, improving their efficiency and reducing the time of response. The final goal of C2-SENSE is to increase this interoperability at national and international levels. This requires activities on standardization on which we initiate works.
So C2-SENSE team has set up to develop a prototype of a communication tool, or better say set of tools which enable communication in crisis management. The idea was to connect existing tools, so whatever police or prefecture or firemen are using today, in a common information system, add some elements which allow to change the format of the messages they're using, to change even the actual content of the messages, and then exchange this from organization to another organization, from system to another system, taking into account what we call profile, which is a communication pattern. So if the communication has to go from A to B to C and back to A, then the profile will define this that way, and then we can control it later on whether our programs are really doing it.